We're live. It worked. Hello, hello. We'll wait for some people to show up. Happy Friday. I'm starving. Who else is hungry? Maybe say, let me know if you're hungry. I have to start maybe doing these a little bit earlier because by the time 5 o'clock rolls around sometimes, it's been a bit far from lunch. So I haven't had a snack. So kind of hungry. Who's all here today? We've got a few people that have joined us. Thank you so much for joining us. Friday, another cooking live demonstration. We'll wait for a few people to come in, and we're going to cook some salmon tonight. We've got salmon with, we're going to do with butter, ginger, and tomatoes. Now this is a, this is a perfect, we're starting to kind of get into summer. So these are some perfect summer recipes that will be great once patios are a bit warmer and to get outside. The sauce on this recipe would be perfect. Hey, Christy, grilling some barbecue. Stella's here. Jason's here. Hi. It's also really good. Like if you're gonna grow tomatoes fresh in your garden, this is a great sauce. Hey, Nadia, this is a great sauce that you could make with your fresh homegrown tomatoes. You only have a lot of those cherry tomatoes left over. This is perfect for that. Or if you're in like a farmer's market and you can get all those different types of heirloom tomatoes, this is the perfect sauce for that. So we'll get started. We're gonna start off. We've got some salmon, not the greatest. We had some frozen salmon left over, so it's not the biggest pieces, but we've got a couple nice little sized pieces here, which will be good for our dinner. So we're gonna roast this, and we're gonna do some steamed potatoes with that today. So we'll steam them, and we're gonna keep them fairly plain because the sauce has quite a bit of butter in it. So once the sauce is done and everything else, we'll kind of just it's all gonna get almost mixed together in the potatoes. So we'll put a bit of, I have some dried chives I'm gonna use up. We'll put the chives in there. We're just gonna steam these into the Instant Pot in the back. So simple one. This is a fair amount of potatoes. Anything left over, we'll use and have for breakfast. You can make them up and use them for hash browns maybe on the weekend. And I've got some little cherry tomatoes we'll use for the sauce. But like I said, you can use kind of any tomato you have, any tomatoes that you like for the sauce. Vegetables, we are going to do, I'm just going to roast some vegetables with this one. Because I've got a few things that were left over. I've got some mushrooms that are left over from we did a mushroom risotto earlier this week in one of the videos. So these are I got a few of these left over. We're gonna quarter these. We're gonna roast these off with some carrots just in the pan with the salmon at the same time to use those up. But you could have it with any vegetable. This would also be really good if you had maybe a salad, something like that would be really good on it as well. If you had a little bit of salad with, you could put with the salmon on top of it would be really good as well. And then of course with the sauce is some ginger. We're gonna put a clove of garlic. We're not gonna chop this up. We'll crush it and put it in to get the flavor in there. Of course, unsalted butter. It looks like a fair bit. It is a fair bit, but it kind of becomes part of the sauce, and we'll just be spooning over it what we want. So we'll get started. I've got the oven already heated up to 425. It's still heating up. So we're gonna start off. We'll start off just getting the vegetables ready because they're gonna take the salmon and stuff is gonna take longer than the sauce. Hey, Travel Kiwi, welcome. I think it's your first time here. Rudy can say hi. We'll start off with getting the sauce ready and kind of all our stuff together. But we do want to get the carrots definitely into the oven and the salmon into the oven. It's good. It's a fairly fast dinner, but we want to make sure everything kind of starts to get ready at the same time. So the potatoes won't take too long because we're going to do them in the Instant Pot. So we'll put those. We're going to get everything in the oven first, and then we'll do the potatoes. And I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to cut them in half, and they'll take like no time. So we'll get the carrots ready. If you have any questions, by all means, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. Again, appreciate everybody for joining and coming in. These have already been all washed, so we're just going to do these. We've done roasted vegetables before, so everybody kind of knows the drill. So Travel Key, I'm not sure where you're from, but welcome. We're going to cut these fairly small and thinner because we do want them all to be done at the same time. And Dean's here as well. Hey, Dean. I hear you were making, I don't know, Christine said today, Dean, you were making pineapple beer or something like that. I don't think I'd never had pineapple beer. And I'm going to do a fair amount of carrots, probably a bit much for 2, but we're going to have some leftovers here. Then we have something to have for the vegetables tomorrow. New Zealand. I was going to say that. Kiwi. That makes sense. So I think New Zealand. We've had a viewer before, Travel Kiwi. We've had a viewer from Australia before. So I think you're one of the farthest away because we're in. We're in Canada here. So other side of the world, literally. So that's kind of cool. I think that might be the farthest. I think that's the farthest we can get from here. So we'll chop all these up. Mushrooms I've already washed as well. For the mushrooms, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna quarter them up because they'll roast okay. If you don't like mushrooms, you can leave these out. If you have peppers, you could always put some peppers in here too. But we do have to use these all up. So Dean, what were you? Family Botswana, jump on board, make a batch. Oh, I see. Pineapple. I think Christine said pineapple beer or pineapple, some kind of like alcohol. Because she had mentioned, I guess, because of everything going on, the liquor stores aren't open. So you have to make your own bootleg. So we're gonna roast these all together. So what I'm gonna do is just put them all on the one pan here. We'll mix up. We're gonna keep it. I'm not gonna put a ton of. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on these and a little bit of seasoning, just so they don't all stick to the pan. But because we have the butter, we don't want to have too much oil in all this. So let's see what I've got for herbs. I've just kind of got some mixed herbs here, so I'm gonna put those on. That'll be good, and a little bit of pepper. And then I'm just gonna mix that on, and we're gonna get this in the oven. And then I'm gonna put the salmon at the same time. I've got some lemon here that I'm gonna just put the salmon on, and the lemon's gonna help so it doesn't stick. So you don't have to put any paper down, parchment down. So we'll put that in the middle. We're gonna get that in the oven. And everything should be cooked fairly at the same time. If I have to take the salmon out a little bit early, we can always just take that off. Not a big deal. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So there we go. We'll fire that in the oven. And then we'll get the potatoes in, and then we'll do the sauce. So there we go. So potatoes, we're just gonna steam these. So just gonna really cut them in half. So we can use the same bowl here. You could use any kind of potato you wish. This would also be good with rice. So we'll cut these up in half. And in the steamer, if you haven't, I think a few people here probably have the Instant Pot, but it's great for steaming vegetables and potatoes because it's really fast. You just need to put a little bit of water in the bottom. I think I've got them all there. One more. So we've got those tossed there. Now for the pot, I've got like a steaming rack that goes in the bottom. So I just fill it with a little bit of water on the bottom. and then just dump them in. They're only going to take about, oh gosh, I want to say about 8 minutes. And we'll put them on pressure cook. We'll do 7 minutes, and that should be food. We do need some ginger. So for this sauce, it's a buttered ginger and buttered ginger tomato. Got the ginger here, so we'll peel this. I think I've showed before the best way to peel ginger is with a spoon. So you can just scrape off the peel, the skin, without wasting a lot of the ginger. There we go. Get that off. I don't think I asked though, what is everybody else, what's the end piece? What's everybody else having for dinner tonight? Anything exciting? We do have to get more groceries here. We're getting low on our fresh vegetables, so we'll head to the store on the weekend. So for the ginger, we're going to do it like a julienne style, because this is actually going to go right into the sauce. So cut one end piece off, so it sits flat on the cutting board, and then cut it as thin as you can. This has a little bit of not great ginger part. I'm going to cut that out. The root is still in there. So we'll take that off. Some of the root. Yeah, the ginger technique. Christine's having salmon ceviche. That sounds good. Salmon from Mexico. Yeah, yeah. And then we'll julienne this. You want to try and get it as thin, kind of as thin as you can. What's Stella having there? Pizza. Oh, making pizza. That sounds good. Stella, are you making like everything from scratch? That sounds good. Oh, cooking show for kids. That's a good idea. Start that on YouTube. You can. I'll watch that, Stella. You can stream that. You can show me how to make pizzas. Here we go. That's for the sauce. The start of it. Yeah, Mexican salmon. That's too funny, Christine. And then we're gonna use some garlic as well. Just gotta peel it first. Just gonna use 1 clove because we don't want this to be like super garlicky. We want mostly the ginger taste in there. And we're not gonna cut. I hope you can see that. We're not gonna cut up we're just gonna kind of crush it. So we want to leave it like that because we're going to put that in the sauce just to get the flavor out of it, but not have the pieces so much. Now we do have to get the tomatoes ready as well. So we'll cut these up and we'll just put them back into there. I've got my bowl for it. I'll use. And the tomatoes, we just want to. You can, if you have larger tomatoes, obviously you cut them. You want kind of nice squares. But if it's these little cherry tomatoes, you can cut them in half. And this, like I said before, if you had the different mixed heirloom tomatoes from when they're in season from the farmers market here, they'd be really good to have different. You get the different colors of tomatoes, so the dish is going to look really nice if you had different tomatoes. But we just have the red ones, so that's what we'll use. And just cutting them in half here. Oh, hey Lois, welcome. So if you're just joining, Lois, we've got the salmon already in the oven. We're doing the baked salmon. and we've got some. We're going to do some roasted carrots with it, and we've also put a few mushrooms in there. And I don't think you like mushrooms, but if you don't like mushrooms, you can leave those out. We just had those left over from the risotto that we did earlier this week on the channel when we cooked it live, so we had to use up those mushrooms. Everybody gone out for dinner? Yeah, there's not as many people here. 6 people. I don't know. I think well, you know what, Dean? The weather's getting nicer, so people are probably out on they're not stuck at home. And I don't know about there, but here it's starting to kind of, people are starting to go outside a bit more. So hopefully they're still not going in big groups places, but it's, I think the weather makes things improve and people aren't, it's Friday. We'll see. We'll keep doing this for a little bit longer, then I'll adjust the live stream to see what people are doing. Can't have people here all the time. So there's our tomatoes. Those look pretty good. But yeah, people will be going outside now that it's nicer, definitely for walks and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, Christine says there's yeast. I know. I need to get my pizza dough. I have to still find that recipe, but there we go. I'll find it eventually. I have to find yeast. I still don't have yeast. All right. So we'll put the pan on. We got the pan for the sauce. Put that on medium. This is heating up. Salmon's looking good, roasting. So what we want to do is we've got the butter. I'm going to add the butter to the pan, and we'll melt. We're going to let that melt, and then we'll add the ginger. So. Oh yeah, Jason found that. Yeah, nutritional yeast, and apparently it's really good. We haven't tried it yet, but apparently it's really good for on popcorn. I've seen a few videos like that, so I'll have to try that on popcorn. Something different. And I don't know if Stephanie's here. If she is, I missed her. I don't remember. No, maybe Stephanie's. Everybody's busy tonight. It's okay. We got a few people here. Got one new person from New Zealand. So that was kind of neat. On popcorn, I'll try that. Actually, we got some popcorn. I'll try that tonight. Could always do a video on that. All right, let that melt. So once the butter is melted, it's still going now. It's going to get kind of like when you put the butter on the heat, it gets kind of bubbly. And as soon as it gets kind of bubbly, we're going to throw in the ginger. That's when we're going to put the ginger in there. Yeah, go ahead, Nadia. What's the question? While I'm waiting for your question to come through a minute, I'll grab that yeast to see if I can. Oh, you know what? I need to get my microphone won't go that far, so we'll have to see. Oh, with glasses, yeah, it's kind of annoying if you open the oven. It definitely they fog up if you're cooking a lot in the stove. When I was in the kitchen though, I had glasses, but my eyes weren't as bad. I guess since I got older, my eyes have gotten worse, and I never actually had to wear I never wore my glasses when I worked officially in the kitchen, because it was especially a pain there because you're like opening and closing and cooking stuff all the time. Yeah, it's a pain. Get used to it, I guess. So it's a pain. Nutritional flake yeast. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can reach it, Christine, without pulling the computer everywhere. We'll see. In the cupboard. I have to find it. Oh, there it is. Here we go. So it's called large flake nutritional yeast. Here it is there. So I don't know if you probably, Christine, over where you are, you'd probably find it in. I got this at Safeway. So it's usually probably going to be in like organic or like the more of that section, right? The nutrition, the health section of the aisles. Yeah. So it's supposed to be good sprinkled over vegetables, baked potato, or popcorn. Kind of interesting. So yeah, it's made for. It's almost kind of like malty taste. Kind of a. It's definitely got a different smell. It's inactive yeast, so you can't use like it wouldn't work for baking or anything like that. It is what it is. Okay, that's going. Butter is melting, and then everything will be kind of done at the same time. That's always the plan, and it's usually goes according to plan. So we'll try that with popcorn. If it's good, I'll maybe do a video on it. All right, so that's going. There we go. So butter all melted in the pan. You can kind of see it there. It's going to cool off. You don't want to burn it though. Lois, we're doing just some steamed potatoes, new potatoes. So ginger into the pan. We'll saute that off. We'll put the garlic in as well. Christine's already ordered it from. The salmon's in. It's going to probably take. We've put it in. It's almost kind of done. It's probably going to take about. Usually it takes about 10-15 minutes. I would say. So by the time the potatoes are ready, they're starting to they're on now. So the timer's going to go, and the sauce is ready. We can take it out. So you can kind of see that bubbling away there with the ginger and the garlic. Yeah, I do like my salmon well done, Nadia. I don't like if you go to a restaurant, they'll cook it a bit more medium-ish. I don't really like. I like my salmon more well done. Definitely salmon. Having something like maybe tuna on the other hand, I'm okay with it being more rare. Just preference. So you got to make sure the heat, it's about just over medium. You don't want it to be too hot because it'll burn the butter. And then we'll add the tomato. Let that cook for a second. The tomatoes, we're just gonna cook them really just briefly in the butter, just to really warm them up. You don't want to cook it too much because it's going to turn into like a mushy sauce. We want to kind of almost keep some of the shape of the tomatoes on there. Yeah. So tip for that, Nadia, if you're going to a restaurant, you want to make sure you ask for it well done, because a lot of times it'll come out under. Because sometimes they won't tell you they're going to cook it like that. Some restaurants will, but you'd want to just tell them to be sure. That's going perfect. We're almost done. We're going to be. This is like another one of these fast dinners on the channel. 25 minutes in roughly, and we're almost kind of done. Everything's cooking now. We're just really waiting for everything to kind of finish, so we can kind of just tidy stuff up. Again, another simple one, but yeah. Sorry, whose channel were you looking for, Christine? Or Lois, sorry. There we go. Just gonna go check we'll check the salmon. We'll take that out of the oven. See how that's looking. We're almost basically ready. So the salmon's almost done. You'll know once the carrots are kind of done. We're just close. Salmon is done, but we'll leave. So what I'm gonna do, because we're just waiting, well, we've got 5 minutes left for the potatoes. We'll just put these in the, just keep them in the oven for a second. And I'll just turn it off. It's basically ready. Carrots are still a little bit crunchy like roasted vegetables, but they'll be okay. Just to sit for a couple minutes before we get everything ready. And the sauce, kind of butter sauce sizzling there too. And that's basically done. Hopefully you can kind of see it. It's a nice fresh salad. And then I'm going to put a little bit of chili flakes just to give it a touch of spice. You can omit this. I know some people don't like the spice, but it goes nice with the ginger. So the sauce, like, is basically going to be the butter that's on there. So I've turned that off. We'll let that can sit. And then the famous flip. That's right. A lot of practice. So we're just basically now we've got 3 minutes on the potatoes, and then we'll be ready. So and we'll get everything on a plate. We'll do the taste test, and then we'll let you guys go make your dinner. I had someone else ask me to do breakfast. One of these streams. Someone messaged me. So let me know. Maybe just let me know in the comments there if you think we should do another brunch one of these days. Maybe not this weekend, but maybe the following weekend. Oh, dessert. No, we could do dessert. That would be good. We could do a baking. We could do a baking or some kind of dessert one. I've been looking for. I found Lois. I found a good recipe for a crumble to do. I need to follow a recipe because you've showed me how to make it, but I found maybe do a crumble or something like that. We could do maybe a different brunch. Everybody seems to love brunch. Brunch with scones. I need to get. I've got everything, Christine, for scones. But I need to get butter, like the milk for it. So we will do that. That would be good. We bought everything for them, but forgot the milk. Even had fresh blueberries for them, but because we didn't have milk, we didn't go out again because we're just going for groceries once a week. That we ate the blueberries. So scones will have to wait. May 10th is Mother's Day. Right. We could do a Mother's Day brunch. Oh, that reminds me. I better say hi to my mom. She called me today, and she says you never say hi, so she does listen. So hopefully, we have to figure out how to remotely get her signed up for you. She can watch on YouTube, but hasn't figured out how to subscribe and comment yet. So we'll figure that out eventually. So hi, Mom. All right, let's take that out. That's the potatoes have a minute to go. So let's take these out. I like roasted carrots. And they're ready to go. Mushrooms are done. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, no Mike today either. I sent him the link to the show, but he must be busy. Everybody's busy. Sunny. It must be sunny everywhere. So people are. I know Susan's not even here. I don't think so. Everybody's busy. They'll watch. Hopefully, if you're not watching live, you can always check it out. They can always check it out in the stream later. It's always going to be on YouTube. Yeah. Your mom watches later. That's okay. It's okay to come back later. Then you can follow along. So for people, there we go. It's beeping, ready to go. So if you are going to make something like this similar, you want to make this similar dish, by all means, like the recipe and the ingredients are always in the description of the video. And then you can come along and just start the video, but then just fast forward the spots where we're yapping and maybe get sidetracked on different questions just to see the process of making it. And then you can pause it and get it ready, that kind of stuff. Put it on your TV. So easy to kind of do it that way. Jason messaged Mike, so we'll see. I'm gonna check the potatoes, and then we'll get everything on a plate. So I'll show you the tomatoes one more time because it's got a nice color. You can kind of hopefully see the sauce. Susan's in the backyard. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I had Susan's probably with Maggie maybe, because Maggie messaged me and said she can't make it tonight. She's going to watch it later. So, but we appreciate everybody that's here. We've had a few people there. It's Friday. They've probably got better things to do than, or they're not ready for dinner yet. So that's okay. But anyways, thanks for everybody for joining. We'll get everything on a plate. And then I won't forget the taste test. So just let the steam out of that, and then we'll be ready to go. Got our white plate today. Smells good though, so far. Next week's menu, good question. We'll figure that out. We're going to go groceries at some point this weekend, Christine. So if you do have any suggestions, if anybody has any suggestions that they want to see, let me know. Just comment it here, and it always kind of will help us decide what we can maybe pick up at the store. Probably some more salads. It's starting to get, the weather's starting to get a bit better here, so and warmer. So it's kind of turning into like salad. I think salad, some salad recipes. And Hyatt recipe remake. I got, you know what I'm going to do for that one, Christine? I'm going to do a nice that fresh, you know, the salsa they make at the resorts. That's what it's going to be. Super simple, but the salsa is good. So we'll make that. I think I'll make a batch of that, and what I'll do is I'll get it on my channel over the weekend, so we can direct people back. Because I'm not sure if everybody, well, most people maybe are subscribed here to Christine. If you're not, go check out her channel. She has a travel channel, and we are going to do a kind of a travel interview / recipe remake on Tuesday. So we'll do more appies. Okay, more appies. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah. Nachos, Stella. Oh. Haven't had nachos in a long time. Have to find a bruschetta is a good one too. We've got tomatoes in the fridge. We could do bruschetta. Some good appy ideas here, people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Nachos. Haven't had nachos in a long time. We'll have to see, Stella. We might just do salsa and chips, because you can buy the chips without salt. But that's okay. But we'll make that fresh salsa. It's really good. Okay, these are ready. We're ready to go here. It's the best thing about the pot. It doesn't take long to cook things. Oh, the potatoes are perfect. I've just got some chives I'm going to sprinkle on, just so they're on there. And then we'll get them on the plate. Spinach pie, Mexican corn, so many good ideas. We got to do some more Mexican stuff, because I got tortillas in the freezer still. And they're probably my favorite. Like, making Mexican type dishes are probably my favorite. I just try and do different things for the channel, because I don't want people to think we only cook Mexican. I could eat Mexican food every night. All right, so put some potatoes onto the plate. And like I said, these are just kind of plain potatoes. Shrimp taco. Yeah, we'll do some tacos for sure. So potatoes, first thing. Let me get that in there. Plate. And I've got the veggies. Put a few mushrooms around. There we go. Some carrots. For that. Looking good. I'm gonna get my little spatula for the salmon. And then we'll get the sauce on there. So salmon, we don't need the lemons. Get the salmon on top. And then we'll get the sauce on there. So Smells good. Just some sauce on top, tomatoes. And then you want to get some of the butter because the butter makes it... There we go. Roasted salmon. It does look good. It smells good too. So roasted salmon. I'll show you closer to the menu, to the picture. Hopefully you can see that. Roasted salmon, roasted vegetables with buttered tomato and ginger sauce. Would be good. There we go. Hopefully everybody likes that. Hit the thumbs up if you like that. Looks good. And we'll do a taste test. Christine's always after me for the taste test. Smell is good. I gotta get a fork. So like with that, so the potatoes, like we said, are plain because there's a lot of butter in there. So that'll give us a lot of the flavor there. So we'll see. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go for the potatoes first though. Hot. And then we'll get some salmon. This is tasty. Pretty good. Nice and like the tomatoes with the unsalted butter. It's almost like kind of sweet. There we go. Really tasty. Every stomach growly. Thanks so much for joining us, guys and girls. Maybe try that next time you got some salmon, and we'll leave it there. Thanks again for joining. Thanks for the new people that were here. If you haven't already, obviously I think everybody here subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the thumb button on the way out, and also too, if you could appreciate it, if you could share the link to video or my channel to maybe one of your friends that you want to have join us in one of the next live streams. That's it. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. There's Jason's hand going in right there as we go. So thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, wash your hands and take care, everybody. Thanks a lot. Bye.